I teach in a management school, and a question I get asked a lot is, how do I make the right choice? How do I know if I've made the right decision? I want to make the right decision regarding my career. I want to make this decision absolutely right. And it surprises me to see the reaction on my students' faces when I tell them, you're asking the wrong question. you, um, there is nothing called a right choice or a right decision, especially when it comes to things like careers and lives. Um, why does this happen? Let's take a little bit look at where we got this whole notion of right answer and right decision and right choice. Um, we came across it in school when we were solving mathematical problems or answering examinations where the teacher had a set of right answers and we were trying to get it right. And we got trained into thinking, how can I get it right? How can I get the right answer? What we actually meant when it came to essays and stuff was, how can I get what the teacher wants? Or when it came to things like general knowledge or mathematics, where there was a right answer, well, how can I get it right? But when it comes to making choices for yourself in your life and taking decisions, there is no answer. There are just decisions you take, choices you make, and the consequences that you face as a result of that. And life is so complex, truly, that you can never know ahead of time what those consequences will mean. You can have a little bit of idea, and so you can try to make your decisions and choices in ways where you um, try and increase the probability that you're going to like the outcomes that you get, but it's not about finding the right answer. It's not about getting it right. So, what is the way out of this, and why do you need a way out of this? I think we need a different way to think about this because, at least, I find that this causes a lot of stress to many of my students and a lot of stress to a lot of people because very often you're paralyzed, you don't take a decision, you're stuck, you don't make a choice because you're afraid you'll make the wrong decision or take a wrong choice. What if I told you there is no wrong decision because there is no right decision? There's no wrong choice because there's no right choice. Take a decision, make a choice, see what the consequences are, see how it works out. And if you don't like what is working out, it's also continuous time. Make another choice, take another decision. But that's really the best that you can do. And regarding the stress, I think if we just go out of thinking about this as right and wrong, that takes away a whole lot of stress at the same time. So, my invitation to you is to stop thinking that you have to find the right answer and the right make the right decision. And an easy way to stop thinking about this is to stop thinking about your life as a problem. And I don't mean problem in a negative sense. I mean it like a puzzle or a mathematical problem which you need to solve. And so you need to get it right. What if instead the analogy that you could use, the metaphor that you could use for your life is like a painting? When you are drawing a painting, so your life is a piece of art, it's an ongoing, evolving, never ending piece of art. If you're making a painting, do you really ask yourself, did I get this painting right? No, you look at your painting, what's working, what's not in the combination, which parts of it would you like to continue to work on, which parts look nice and pleasing and you want to leave it untouched, where do you want to add in a little more of color? And do you ever end a painting? No, you can keep adding to it, adding, changing it, making it more beautiful, making it bigger if you like, yeah, just expand the canvas and add more. So if you look at your life as a piece of art, which I think is a far better analogy, then perhaps it will take away a lot of the stress and strain we feel about getting it right, solving the puzzle and solving the getting the right answer. And um, and I also think that will continue. That's the way life should be, because if I at, let's say, 30 or 40 get my life completely right, then what am I going to do with the rest of my life? And what if it isn't a problem to figure out and solve and get it all figured out and say, oh, now I understand it properly? But what if it's not about understanding? What if it's about creation, which it pretty much might be? So try and look at your life, at the work you do, your career, as a piece of art, which you can keep adding to, and where there are no rights and wrongs, but there are just choices and decisions and consequences that you will face as a result of those choices and decisions. By no means am I suggesting just be reckless and splash all the paint on the canvas and just see what happens. No, you can make informed choices and decisions, and so that you can up the probability that you're going to like what shows up on your canvas. You can choose your colors accordingly, but not with the desperation that I need to get it right, because there ain't no right in this space. Try it out and let me know how that works for you. Thank you very much.